Hello guys and welcome to Steel Division 2. Today we're going to be starting the 5th campaign, Vistula, which was added in the latest DLC, Death on the Vistula. July 27th to August 5th, 1944. Once Army Group Center is destroyed, the Red Army enters Poland to establish a bridgehead over the Vistula River, unaware that the Germans are concentrating elements from no fewer than 5 panzer divisions to protect Warsaw. The campaign description is as follows. Operation Bagration closes in on its ultimate goal. Having destroyed Army Group Center, the 1st Belarusian Front races ahead to prevent the Germans from reforming a strong defensive line, overconfident in its own abilities. Stalin aims to capture Warsaw and install a pro-Soviet government. With their sights set on the grand prize, the Polish capital city, as well as a bridgehead across the Vistula River, the Soviets fail to notice that they are heading straight into a trap. The Germans, having received reinforcements from 5 elite panzer divisions, are converging on the Red Army vanguard from 3 directions. This campaign pits the crack 4th SS Panzer Corps, Totenkopf and Viking panzer divisions against the 3 tank corps strong Soviet 2nd Guards tank army. Various elements from other armoured or mechanised divisions will also be available, including 4th Panzer Division, 19th Panzer Division, and Goering Panzer Division, 2nd Guards Cavalry Corps, 11th Tank Corps, and more. You can see all of the Soviet and German forces below. Let's select a side. So for this one, we're going to be on the Soviet side. I know some of you guys asked for me to play it on the Axis side, but we'll get there eventually. My plans are to complete this on the Soviet side and then complete the rest of the Axis campaigns in order, finishing up with the Vistula campaign. Let's whack it up to hard difficulty and we'll jump straight in.
After only 1 month, the carefully planned Operation Bagration was turning into an overwhelming triumph for the Red Army. The German Army Group Center had been destroyed, with the few surviving units and sparse reinforcements rushed to the wide-open front, unable to form a new defensive line. To make matters worse for the Wehrmacht, only half of Marshal Rokossovsky's mighty 1st Belarusian Front had been committed. Fresh troops were ready to spring into action for the next phase of the offensive, which aimed to attack the retreating Germans from 2 directions. On July 20th, the Soviet 2nd Tank Army crossed the Bug River into Poland, its eyes set on the main political prize of Operation Bagration, Warsaw, and with it a crucial bridgehead over the Vistula River. However, the Germans had no intention to give up the Polish capital without a fight. Mustering reinforcements from across the Reich, no less than 5 elite panzer divisions were ordered to converge on the critically important city. Greatly overextended and blinded by the trophy straddling the Vistula River, the Soviets failed to realize they were heading straight into a trap. Echoing the counteroffensive at Kharkov, a deadly German armored attack was in the making, and at the right time would strike deep into the heart of an overconfident Red Army.
The Soviet 1st Belarusian Front is closing on Warsaw from 2 directions. Although 4th SS Panzer Corps managed to hold a corridor near Siedlce for the troops retreating from the southern road, Warsaw is virtually undefended. A major gap has opened between the 4th SS Panzer Corps around Siedlce and the weak 73rd Infantry Division, which is all what prevent the Soviets from entering Warsaw. Aerial reconnaissance have been reporting some possible armoured reinforcement unloading around Warsaw. One last but noteworthy detail: our advance has reached the limit of our Air Force support. We won't be able to enjoy much air support. Your mission is to take and hold the key objectives at Siedlce, Radzymin, Minsk Mazowiecki, and Praga until August 8th. And here we are. And as you can see, it's an absolutely huge campaign. So we're going to have plenty to do. But I'm going to start by going through the armies and our reinforcements. So in this campaign, we are in control of 4 armies as opposed to 4 divisions, which is a rather large step up. The reinforcements for the 47th Army are majority just rifle regiments. Then we see the AA here. There's also one of these. Is this 3s? So more rifles, some self-propelled artillery, and also some Su-85s. These are coming in pretty much every day. So we're going to get reinforcements for the 47th Army every single day, which is pretty nice. Because the 47th Army is the army that's leading the charge straight through the center here into the gap. So we're going to be able to call on those at Kavutzin. Not this turn though, none available just yet. Then we have the LWP, which is the Polish units. These can potentially back us up on the bottom side eventually, but that would be on the 5th of September, which is quite a few turns away. Then there's the 28th Army. These can't be called in yet, can they? Ah, they can on the right-hand side here. Okay. And then they can be called in here and also at Shidulza. Eventually, that is. So this is Guards Rifles for the most part, by the looks of things. There is the self-propelled artillery regiment, but this is ISU 122s. Very nice. Big guns. Anything else exciting in here? 28th Army, 30th Guards Independent Tank Regiment. So that's IS2s. Nice. I'm going to have to remember those. We can bring them in on the 30th. Then there's the 96th Guards Rifles. Okay. Then there's the 70th Army. They really don't get many reinforcements, and they can only come in a couple places. So I'm assuming most of the 70th Army is already deployed across the front here. And then finally we have the Air Force, which is back here. This is our Air Force. The 24th Bomber Regiment. These come in with some, well, that's like one Cobra there, but mostly just PE2s. Other Air Force includes other Cobras. There's also some IL-2s, but we're going to have to wait till the 31st for those. And then there's the Polish Mixed Air Regiment, which is just full of Polish aircraft, but IL-2s and Yaks for the most part. Okay, cool. Well, now it's time to probably move some units. So let's just quickly look at the front. We've got the infantry all across here that are defending. These guys are mostly just grenadiers, MGs, and a few support weapons. I think they're all pretty much like that. Yeah, they're all similar compositions. So both the Infantry Regiment 170 and the Infantry Regiment 186. Then there's the 1st and 2nd Battalion of the 173rd Artillery Regiment. These have LEF-H-18Ms. There's the 73rd Fusilier Battalion, and then it looks like another infantry regiment further back. So just lots of infantry. The main guys at the front do have some fortifications here. Okay. In terms of our troops, let's have a look at these actually on this bottom side. We've got the 107th Tank Brigade and the 109th Tank Brigade. These are full of T-3485s. Wow. Okay. It might be worth pushing with those, but not sure about pushing into these positions. Maybe I could just kind of like drive round and then attack into the 1st Battalion, and then that way I don't have to deal with the defenses here. I just don't want to leave these in positions where they can be attacked without tank support. So maybe I kind of like pull these back and then shift round to the left. On this top side, yeah, similar thing. The 109th Motorized Rifle Battalion. They have some Mott Avtos and some Strelki. I think all of these are just Mott Avtos and Strelki, aren't they? It's not much infantry, honestly, to work with if we were to jump into a battle. M10s, Su-85s leading the charge to the center. Okay. Not sure I'm a fan of that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dig in this unit here. And then I'm going to actually move these away. So we're going to do this. And we're going to do this. If they get attacked, I think that's okay. We should be fine against what we're up against. We'd have to be careful of the Grenadiers with Panzerfaust, but for the most part, I reckon I could probably maneuver around them. We'll move these this way as well. If I can move one forwards and dig it in, then I'll probably do that. Yep. Oh, I can't dig it in. It says it requires 2 action points. Maybe it requires 3 action points. No. That's interesting. Alright, anyway, these guys may as well move up. Again, I'm quite happy to just move them all the way up like so. And then I'll just shift these back and maybe dig those in. No, again, can't do it. So I think we need 3 points to dig in now. Which is maybe a good change, because it means you can't move and then dig in the same turn, which is a bit weird, but yeah. We'll shift these around on the bottom side. The reason I'm moving them down is because I noticed this big old line of units that's probably going to conga all the way up to Minsk Mazowiecki. So that's what we're going to do there. Let's shift that up into that spot. And can't dig in. There's the HQ section of the 15th Motorized Rifle Brigade. It's pretty weak. Those are... It's all recon, there's some Razvidka there, some Avtos, some Saperi. It's a very weak HQ section, but we'll move them up to wherever I need them. Move up the support group in the center as well. I guess I can move up a tank brigade here to help defend if they shift forwards. But if they shift forwards, that's really bad for them, because they will open them up for myself to attack them without them having defenses. And if they don't have defenses, then we win, like no problem. So yeah, we're just going to try and go around the defenses a little here and flank them. I really don't mind if they choose to attack those. Unless they have like Ju-87s with... Yeah, they could have like Ju-87s with AT, which would be pretty rough. Anyway, we will go over to Minsk Mazowiecki here. It doesn't look like there's anything all the way up this highway. We'll go here first of all. This is my recon, the 74th Motorized Rifle Battalion. Actually, just motorized battalion, not even rifles. There's a very limited amount of men here. Dozor, Razvedka, some BA-10Ms. Pretty much nothing that can actually hold the front line except from the Ognjemytiki. So let's keep pushing forwards. Just curious as to what's here. There's a few units. 73rd Infantry Division. This has Jagdpanzers in its HQ. Lots of SDKZ 71s. Loads of AA. Tons of AA in that HQ section. Then there's the Pak 40s, some Stugs. Looks like the majority of their armor though. Or just infantry otherwise. Let's maybe move over this way. And we'll see if there's anything further up, like near Radzimin. Because if there's not, we can probably just charge all of this up and create a defensive line next to Warsaw. How far can these guys? Whoa, they can go far. What is this? P-34 1943 is 1944s. Alright, so we may as well just have them zoom all the way up. No threat for them to being attacked. Lift all of them up. Can I just select all of them? And do it all at once? I think I can. We can just move them all up as far as we can, but with one click. That's actually really cool. of these, move them up. Wonderful. Okay, so that shifted all of those lot up. Fantastic. These guys, I probably want to move over here somewhere. Oh, I do have quite some AA. We got some AA there. Actually, that's a good point. Where is my AA? We got AA here. We've actually got 2 sets of AA there. Alright, there's AA here. Where's their airfield? Here. Okay. So their airfield's here. That's actually really good. Definitely no airfield elsewhere, right? Because one thing I was thinking is we could defend the entire right side from air attacks if we just place a couple of AA here, like on the left side of our forces. So we move this up, maybe just enough so that it can deploy. Then if they attack us across this entire front, they won't be able to bring an air force, which is substantial. I mean, I could go up like maybe one more and then do it next turn. Or should I do it this turn? No, we'll do it next turn. But I'm going to have to move some stuff out of the way, I think, because I probably want to move that up even further. And considering that it took me 3 action points to deploy defensively, I'm probably going to make sure I keep 1 action point remaining. So this 16th Guards Cavalry Regiment. Kazaki. Okay, so it's mostly Kazaki and then some support weapons. What we'll do is we'll probably shift them round. I'm going to shift a lot of this all the way around and try and encircle Shidilza potentially. Or just like continue over to Radzymin. It really depends. Because I could shift a lot of this across the highway, like really quite far, so I might do that as well. Because if we put these into like dig in, then I reckon we can do a lot of damage to something like these recon units and the one of these Jagdpanzers. Okay, this one's the one that's scary. The 1st Battalion of the SS Panzer Regiment 3. Like, this is nuts. Look at the strength on that. Like, if I remove the strength bars, look at that. It covers 2 boxes. 2 grid squares. It's like the most armor power ever. For those of you wondering, if I select one that has all 3, you got strength value on the left here when you click on a unit. And it has infantry strength, tank strength, and then like artillery strength. And those are what are represented with these lines. But yeah. The Panzer Regiment here is massive. Okay. Oh, this is recon. Okay, we probably want to move them away from the front line. This is recon as well. We want to move these away. So I'm going to shift that up. Just to see what's here. So, some Vespers on the way. And the 3rd SS Division HQ. So we'll just move them around like so. I think I'll have this one zoom over this way as well. There we go. Let's get our recon out of the way. Oh, there's another one. We've got loads of these recon. This is fantastic. Damn. We're just going to have these go find out what's going on up here for us. And then our front line can just engage here. So, yeah, it looks like it's going to be up to the 184th Tank Regiment, which is mostly just Germans and Valentines, to deal with Panthers. Seems fair. We do have, yeah, the 65th Tank Brigade back here. They can shift up. There's also the 20th Tank Brigade and the 36th Tank Brigade. All of those can deal with the 1st Battalion of the SS Panzer Regiment 3. So, what I am tempted to do is actually move this one all the way up here. And then I'm kind of hoping that they attack us. Because if they do, I can choose which I reinforce with. And I should, if I play it correctly, be able to trade like 1 for 1 on their Panthers, which is ideal for us. So I'm actually going to move them up there. And we'll probably keep these where they are. I don't think I want to dig them in, because I want to maintain 3 action points. I may move that one forwards. But I don't want them to be attacked. So let's move here. It's fine. These guys we probably don't want to be attacked. These guys can dig in. That's in a good position to dig in. This one can probably dig in. That's in a good position. And maybe this one can dig in as well. And then what we do is just move everything else away. So we just move these behind the dug-in line. Move this behind the dug-in line. Just having a look at where we could go, actually. Maybe I'll go here. I need to move that back unless we can bombard. Can't. So yeah, we'll just shift them behind the line. I'll keep those tanks probably there for now. These guys can shift up and around. And we're actually going to have to be careful of the 3rd SS Recon, because they can initiate. Although if they do, I'm probably just going to wreck them. Saying that, there's a lot of armoured vehicles, but I guess we'd be able to call in the 189th Tank Regiment to help defend if we had to. This 2nd Guards Cavalry Corps HQ does have quite a lot of artillery. It's got some Katyushas, some 120 mils, T-70 Razvedka. We move that up slightly. I'm also thinking of moving these guys. Yeah, let's move those to here. Defend this road. And I'll probably have these come up and help out with those as well. Great. We'll leave those 2 here. Might move that one up. I just gotta make sure that this is all done okay. Don't know whether to move these. I don't know where I'd move them to. Maybe here. Move them to there for now. This one can actually come all the way around. Don't think I need it there. Okay. We're creating quite a sort of weak line here. Going back to AA. Let's move those up now. I'll move them up to here. And next turn we can deploy them as AA. And we can cover like our front line all the way across here. Do I have another AA nearby? I have this one. Yeah, that may as well come to the left. If we're going to make this like AA wall, we may as well just move that all the way over. Okay. We're making the attack there. That's good. Do I need the self-propelled artillery regiment behind these? Probably not. So I'm thinking I might move them back. What's this? Ooh, IS-2s. Hello. Move you up. Perfect. Alright, so we'll probably call on the 2nd Battalion of the 12th Motorised Rifle Brigade alongside the 65th Tank Brigade if they attack that. They could always attack the 2nd Battalion. Which in which case I guess it's okay. It'd be a bit I don't know. Maybe we put them into dug in just in case. That's rough. I could put both of those into dig in, because we have this one spare. And we're always going to call the 65th and the 11th. So yeah, let's dig in both of those so that we get like at least a breakthrough battle. That'll make things a lot easier. I don't know if I want this one to be that far forward, so move them back just in case they can be initiated on. This definitely needs to move back. Let's just go to there. That's fine. So those 2 are dug in. We can probably shift this one forwards. I don't mind if they get attacked. And then we can move those in behind. This 12th Motorized Rifle Brigade HQ section needs to be moved back. We need to fill in the gap there. And I don't want to be close enough that they can be initiated on. These guys can probably move back. And this lock, maybe we could just set up a defensive line across here. That's AA. I guess it depends, right? Because the 28th Army requires me to capture this area, which is Vasis. And then I guess we capture Shidilza and we can bring in units there. I might have to make a little attack here, and a little attack here, but the rest of it can be fine, like just dug in. So we'll probably just dig in here. I move that forwards one, dig in next turn. Dig in. Let's move these ones forwards. This is going to be a tough nut to crack. A lot of Leitjäger, which are pretty decent at close range. They got Panzerschrecks. They got Leitjäger with MP44s and lots of MG42s, like lots. So that's really a tough cookie. Best way to deal with that would probably be like a couple of infantry. And these are pretty strong actually, because these are entire regiments which have their own battalions inside them. So we could probably make a push or a play onto these guys with the artillery to back us up. This artillery isn't very good though. Is there any better artillery? I mean, we could maybe rely on the Su-76s instead, but still not great. I guess there's this, but we could bombard with those. Is bombarding worth it? No, I don't think it is for now. So we'll just do that. I'll have those close as well in case. Because there is going to be some Stugs. I assume these are, yeah, Stug 3s. Maybe need those depending on what's going to reinforce, so we'll bring those up. And there's a 70th Army with like a lot of mortars here. That's the 70th Army HQ. Ooh, the Su-152s. They could be useful. Alright, let's shift those up. Great. There's also the AAA here. We can move those over. I'm not going to move them over to the left side because I think I'll be able to cover this with 2 AA. But those will likely be used defensively for ground forces, potentially. Right. Here, I'm thinking maybe I can bombard something, but probably best to just move up. Okay, then as we continue round, I may as well shift these up. All of these, maybe I could go defensive, although that's another regiment, so we could easily push into these if we had to. So we'll move them forwards. I'll shift that forwards. Then these can be dug in. That one can move across, or maybe this one can. Do it. And then we'll move these ones up on the top side. That can stay where it is. That's fine. That one can dig in. One can move forwards. What's this? The 9th SS Panzergrenadier Regiment. Okay. And these guys I want to maintain 3 action points, so that's fine. Move that forwards. Great. Loads of reinforcements coming in here. But I'm probably just going to push towards this town. Okay, and AA may as well just come up and deploy behind here somewhere for now. Alright, these tanks, not sure where I need them. I guess I'll just keep them on the road for now. So we can't really go very far away from the road. Maybe I have to break through here so we can take the road. quite easy to do with the amount of tanks we have. It depends what we're up against. These are Valkyr. Okay. And they have some Panzerschrecks, MG-34s, some artillery in there. Okay. Right, so let's shift all of this up. These are Su-122s. They do have some heat, which means they can shoot at some tanks. Let's just keep them on the road. Okay. AT. We'll send one of these up to the top side. Although this isn't very strong AT, it's just Morse's 3s. I guess we can move it up there, it's fine. And this one can just move forwards for the time being. Right, what's this? Cherno Pidzachniki. Pidzachniki. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. Either way, whatever they are, please feel free to translate that one for me in the chat. We can shift this forwards, no problem. Okay. So, we've moved all of those units. Maybe not this one. That one can shift up a little bit as well. All of these are moved. Nothing further back, right? No. All of these are set up. We're going to have a big old attack here against the 1st Battalion of the SS Panzer Regiment. They will probably smash in here somewhere. That's what I'm hoping. The rest of them have moved back so they can't initiate. Then we have this one. Right, that may as well just move up a bit. Okay. They're all going to kind of swing around and hopefully kind of encircle Shidiltsa, but it looks like there's more troops coming down through here. So I may have to be a little bit careful. We have these units to move. Those we will move towards Shidiltsa as well. We'll do so like so they stay on the roads. We need to decide what we want to do with all this lot. Well, there's actually a couple AA here, so maybe what we could do is if we break through near the river, we could just set up like AA here and here, and then just they'll never be able to use their air force again. So I have one shift down on the bottom side. Maybe I just have one go round on the top. And just kind of follow those round. Because I think that'll be a faster way to get to this position rather than going through all the squares of the forest. Alright, these two, that is the 16th Tank Corps HQ. They actually have some IS-2s. Ooh, that's nice. I'm actually kind of tempted to throw them down the bottom side, because they can initiate every turn. Like, I wouldn't mind if they get attacked either. This is the HQ of the 3rd Guard Tank Corps. We'll move them up like so. Alright, and that is pretty much most of the movement. We've still got some units to move though. This is crazy, there's just so much stuff. This is another recon. Let's move this recon down on the bottom side here. That can help squeeze around through the river. And then we have this unit, may as well just come straight up the road. Yeah, these two can just reinforce right up through the center. Okay. And these lot, what is this 29th Tank Corps? Oh, even more IS-2s. These ones are 2-star veterancy as well. And some captured Panthers. Nice. Okay. So let's just shift these up. I'm not sure if I'm going to need them here or like push through with towards Minsk Maziaverki. Let's move up here. For now, just go towards this town. That'll do. And then there's all of these guys. We can just shift all of those up as well. Go as far as we can. Great. All of the units moved. We can't initiate an attack across this entire front line, I don't think. So nothing to do there. But we might be able to initiate down here. No, I don't think so. I think what's going to happen is we'll just click the end turn button and then we'll end up getting attacked somewhere. Probably. Because we've made our maneuvers. I don't really want to initiate here and we can't anyway anymore. That's all well and good. Cool. Right, let's select our reinforcements. I'm probably just going to pick up the bombers, have them available. Let's just hope they don't bring in like a fighter regiment in the first battle and we get wrecked. Okay. So whichever one it is, it's going to be tough, I reckon. Let's click that fateful end turn button. I'm going to try and like keep an eye on what they're doing. It doesn't zoom to where they are. They're shifting a lot of the line on the right hand side. And here we are being attacked. Okay, so they're going to go straight in on the 20th Tank Brigade with the 1st and 3rd Battalion of Infantry Regiment 84. I reckon they'll probably bring in some Air Force alongside this. So do any of these have like AA of some sort? Even if it's Phase B AA. This one has some Maxim 4Ms. Not sure how useful they're going to be. What about the 11th Tank Corps HQ? Well, we can bring these in, but I want to save them in case the Panthers get involved. Those don't have any. What about this one? Nope. I may be forced to bring in the 36th Motorized Rifle Battalion. The reason I don't necessarily want to is because I would need them there to be the defensive line. And we could even bring in more tanks in Phase B. Imagine what a massacre that would be. Now we'll go with that unit in Phase A. And then we'll bring in the 36th Motorized Rifle Battalion. Actually, do I want to bring in that one? Yeah, because for the Panthers, I'd probably bring in the bombers actually. The 65th and then the 11th Tank Corps HQ. Probably what I'd do. So we'll do this, and then as soon as we get into Phase B, hopefully I'll remember to bring in the Maxim 4Ms, because I realise that I quite often forget that I actually have AA available. So we're going to tactical battle this. They are bringing in aircraft. We'll set it to player controlled and jump on in. So I'm guessing it's going to be like a conquest battle. If it's breakthrough defense, then we're actually in a pretty good spot. No, it is conquest. Alright, okay. So, it's just a matter of getting infantry into position, and then our tanks should just take over. There is going to be some AT guns that we have to deal with. I'm not sure how many, though. Don't think too many. Panzerschrecks are going to be the main scary thing for our tanks. I'm thinking, actually, we could bring in Tanko Thessaloniki. Like, these do cost more, 2 points, but you do get an M2A1 half-track, which is useful for pinning down infantry. And the infantry won't be able to do anything about them, so we'll bring in a couple of these and we'll do like so. They aren't very fast, but I don't think they have anything faster per se. Bring in those, put them maybe on the right hand side. Yeah, let's do right hand side first. Okay, and we'll have a couple here for the left hand side of that town. Last one can go to those trees. Then what we're just going to do is have a bunch of tanks. So let's have... I don't actually have money points to work with. But these two may as well just sit up here for now. We can have one maybe sit there, cover that. Down here it's a little bit different. We'll probably have it there for now. And then these two, put one there. And maybe one here as well. Okay, so that's going to be our initial start. We'll probably fill out with a few more infantry squads wherever we need. So I might put like a Strelki DP, for example, on the left-hand side here. Not sure we're going to be able to get to it because we'll have to go down this road and take a left, but we'll give it a go. I'm probably going to need a couple of infantry squads for the center. So we'll probably just send... Maybe I could put some recon there, like Strelki, and then a recon squad. Do we have many recon squads? I have some Mot Resvedka. Actually, they come in with a Resvedka truck as well. Okay, cool. That'll do. Let's do that. Right, let's launch the battle. Off we go. And what Air Force did they bring in? The 77th Ground Attack Group. Let me guess. That's going to be a bunch of Stukas and their bombs. Potentially, actually, oh no, please don't be AT. Please don't be AT Junkers. That would suck. Or if they're all like HE 111s, then I'm cool with that. Or is that just like one of the, say, Recon HE 111? Okay. If it's bigger bombers, then that's not so bad. Just bombers in general is fine, unless they like bomb me too much, I guess. That's always a possibility. A lot of troops coming down here, wow. Hopefully my tanker Desaniki will force them to unload if we start firing at them with the 50 cals. Yeah, they're gonna unload early. That's good. I'm just gonna try and get into a position before they do by using these. Oh no. No. JU-87, no. No. No, 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 no. Okay. We managed to cancel the strike there by doing some cheeky micro. Holy. That was also almost very, very rough. My M2A1 got destroyed. That actually killed my unit there. That sucks. Need to get in this church, get in the church, get in the church. Okay, cool. Do loads of damage, boys. That one needs to unload as well. Smoke it off. Get him into the building. Damn. This is rough. This is really rough. Well, that's an IG. Both of my tankers on the right got killed. Damn. So much going on. Hit me with so much stuff at the start here. And they brought out like 2 AT guns from the start, but we're okay. I think we'll be fine. It's just I need to build up my tanks a bit more. And then we can make a more aggressive push. Although I'm going to have to be careful of that IG. If I can get up next to it, that'd be great. I can kill it then very quickly. Maybe we can just surrender those, I don't know. We hit the pioneers there, we can just drive forwards. There we go. Perfect. Although there is now an AT gun firing at me. I need to hit that AT gun ASAP. There we go, that's another squad surrendered. I hope we killed the IG, I think we did. Let's bring in some longer range infantry now for the right hand side. The T-34. They've lost like most of their infantry cover. Alright, tankers can jump back into that building. Smash those. Great, that's a surrender. Right, the 50 cals, it looks like they might actually kill that for me. Nice. Might also be able to pin down these pioneers as well. Let's move forwards my M3A1 Razvedka. Start driving towards those pioneers since they're falling back. Cool. We'll keep moving across the tankers. And what I'm going to do is bring in more infantry here. Great. So the initial engagement's over and done with, which is nice, because that's always the most hectic part of the battle. Now we can kind of focus on where we want to push and go from there. I think that's an AT gun, or maybe it's like an IG. It's an IG. I'll move this jockey back, have that continue the fight. It's fine. Let's bring in some more tanks, or T-34s. Okay, move those forwards. Gonna need some infantry for this left-hand side to push through here. Do have those coming up, but we need a few more. Okay, cool. Right, if we can get up to these buildings, then I want to do that, and I'll have my T-34 set on the road. We can unload the Strelki here. And we'll move the T-34 forward so it can get line of sight onto those infantry squads. These probably need to keep firing so that we can keep them revealed. Okay, cool. Nice, killed that Opal Blitz. Let's move forwards these units. That is a Stuka on that side. Let's move these across and move that back. And we're getting a jump onto these grenadiers. Let's just keep on top of those with the submachine guns. If he can't see me, I'll probably just bomb something that's not there, so that's good. But I hope that he wasn't targeting the right position. Probably attacking the right position. Oh god. That's not good. That's not good at all. Worst outcome, boys. Let's get a few more infantry there. Keep pushing through this town. Gonna keep this on the main road. Okay, we're gonna want to look to capture an offensive objective here because we're currently just on the defensive. We've lost this unit on the right, this flag on the right hand side. So yeah, we're gonna have to push up a little bit here. Get these tanks to go a bit more aggressive. We have one on the left hand side. We'll keep this one up on top of the hill. Okay, let's move these ones forwards. One thing I do need to do actually is make sure that I turn on, at some point, attacking enemy supply by default. Right, we captured that one for the time being, although I'm not really sure how much longer we're going to be able to engage those grenadiers. Probably going to lose that unit. I guess I could probably just run away from that engagement so that I don't lose the squad. Maybe. Risky, but we'll try it. So I would like to try and keep these tanks as good strength as I can. Oh, never mind, he died. Yeah. The best strength that we can would be ideal. Let's move forwards these M2A1s. Strelki can have their orders. There is a unit on the left hand side there, but I think that's fine. We'll just drive past it. Get these Strelki into position. Cool. This is going to have to move back then, if there's no infantry there. These guys are going to have to fall back. Hopefully that still reveals the infantry, although the infantry is going to try and run down my tank. So, yeah, we're going to be a little bit careful. Because if he gets in within 120 meter range, then we're kind of screwed. But we have a second tank to help us out, so hopefully that'll do the trick. Oh, it's getting so close. There we go, perfect. Alright, now we can move back up again. Although the other one's disappeared. Yeah, I'm going to have to get another infantry squad if I'm going to have to... or going to want to run up there. Let's bring in these guys. And on this side we'll bring in the leader and the Maxim. Alright, let's move them into position. Move forwards the M2A1. We might have the M2A1 move over to the right hand side. We are slowly but surely killing these infantry squads in the open, which is good. That will give us their point on that side. We're pushing up to this point here. Let's move these out into the open, unload both of those, push them up. Great. Right, we're going to have to fall back with that unit and get my infantry up. Do I have more infantry here? We're springing this party just to help with this town engagement. Oh, that's the Panzergrenz that we've spotted before. Interesting. That Ju-87 is probably going to come in for a bombing strike onto one of my tanks, I guess. If I just drive backwards and forwards, it will, like, miss. I hope. Yep. Okay, cool. Out-microed that one. That's good. These can just be on a follow order. And we'll tell these to attack, move forwards now. Okay, let's move this up and hopefully get behind that IG to kill that. We need to unload these two and push up with the M2A1s. The M2A1s are actually out of ammunition now, which is fine. Not really going to waste ammunition, giving them ammunition. So yeah, we'll just leave it as is. Let's get him on the main road and hopefully kill their supply truck. Okay, good. Time for the next wave of infantry. We probably just need more on this right hand side, so we got a couple coming in there. Great. Just bring in more up here as well. Let's unload these ones. Push them up. Wow, did they just arty my leader? How rude. Alright, let's push up the T-34s with these. Right, we're making good progress now. Although, that's probably not good progress. If my T-34 just kind of charges into the enemy and gets himself killed, that's not a good idea. One thing we can do though is put the M2A1 into the open. Even if it doesn't have ammunition, it can still be a scout car. Move these up like so. Could probably do with another tank actually on this right hand side. Let's bring in a couple more. Alright, just gonna get the leaders in as well. Artillery's now falling there, that's fine. Let's put that on follow order and just let those Strelki run up. Maybe I'll bring in a couple more tanks there as well. So we capture that one on the right. It's a minor defeat for them in 14 minutes. If we can push that to like major defeat, it'd be really, really good for us. Really, really good. I don't need these to be on the road. It's pretty pointless damage we're taking there. There we go. Alright, looks like we've opened that up entirely. Fantastic. Alright, we're really close to taking that objective. Let's make sure we get the tanks up on the ridge again. Because at the moment we're losing out there. Alright, these guys need to keep pushing because we're taking unnecessary artillery fire. Those on the left actually can keep going up. We'll move that one up onto the high ground on that left side. And we'll have the tanks spread out a bit as they push forwards. Alright, let's get these Strelki up. Lost a Strelki unit on the right, okay. Let's actually push through the center with the tanks, because I can get shots onto these mortars, which would be really, really useful. Spread out those Zapari. Good. That Strelki can actually run back to base. We'll keep him alive. One of them did actually make it back. Oh no, here comes another. Another bomber. What's he going for? He's got to hide whichever target he's trying to hit. Ooh, move away. Move forwards to Maxim. Move back that. Oh, I lost the T-34. Oh, Ju-87 bombing strike again. Damn. Those things are like ridiculous because they're so accurate. It's like pop your tanks and by shooting them in the top. Or bombing them in the top armor. Let's bring in some more 1943s up this road. And we'll just pile on through. Right, major defeat for them in 5 minutes. That's good. As long as we continue to control this many objectives. Okay, good. This is like a lot of units here, so let's bring up some more T-34s up this road. We already have a couple on the way. Get that T-34 onto the hill. Oh, we lost that unit. That sucks. I decided to push forwards. Let's go in for the right-hand side. Probably best to spread these out a bit, just in case. He's probably going to go for one of those T-34s. Just make sure my infantry is nowhere near them. Okay, let's move that one across. This one can move up. T-34s have arrived. Let's move those Choki up. Maybe giving ammunition to my M2A1s here is probably a good idea now. This is a lot of infantry. Oh, they bombed that Strelky squad back there. Okay, sure. Alright, I'll sacrifice a Strelky to save a T-34. Need some more infantry on this left-hand side. Let's get some Avtos to push into that. Oh, my unit in the middle died. Not good. Okay, let's have these now push forwards. And then we'll just bring in another unit to capture that objective. Maybe we can go for total defeat. Can have those move full back. Those can spread out. Strelky can move forwards to reveal enemy infantry. And that needs to fall back from whatever's shooting that. That's APCR. It's pretty nasty. Probably like a Pack 40, I guess. Yeah, it is. The Pack 40. Alright, let's move these back because I've got the supply on the way. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good either. Pack 40s for days, boys. Let's move away from that. Right, smoke those off. Do a runner. Move that back. Those should be running away. Okay, I guess one thing we could do actually is maybe load up the Strelky into the M2A1s and take them away. Like, these can just be like there to save my units. We're going to have to back off a little bit. There's 3 minutes left, but I don't want to lose more units to Pack 40s if I don't have to. It looks like most of the Pack 40s are on the left, so I'm okay with kind of pushing on the right still. But I'm going to have to be careful here. Whatever. Those Turkey can just run back on their own. I've actually lost the infantry completely on that left side. Municipality died there as well. Oh, they got bombed. Of course they did. Right as my T-34s come by as well, so they're all going to be weakened. Savage. Alright, 2 minutes left. Just got to hold on a little bit longer. These can be told to unload here. That's fine. Just got to stay out of line of sight of the T-34. That is the main thing. Oh, at the Pack 40, sorry. Right, I'm hoping that I can just get a T-34 to capture that for us. Maybe I can drive up and capture this over Blitz. Wonder if the AI will let me. Actually, machine gun died. Ooh, if we can see that Pack 40 with all of those units, then we should probably just attack it. If we can kill that, that'd be really good. We'll pin it down very quickly, we just need some shots on target. Another Strelky dead on the right hand side. Not good. Oh well, doing the best we can. There we go. That's dead. Right, let's just spread these out. Move these M2A1s to the left. I can push forwards with these. In the center, looks like we're just going to kill those. We got the recon there so we can see those. I should probably bring in some more recon on the left actually. BA-20 will do. 28 seconds remaining. Good old Ju-87 coming in for another bombing strike. Which one's he going for? Which one's he going for? Maybe the Strelky here. Oh no. Oh no. Run, boys. Run. Oh, I still killed them. Oh man. Those Strelky must have been shitting their pants. Damn. 20 minutes, 29 seconds. 60 kills, 50 losses. Oof. That's a tough start, isn't it? But we did manage to get the major victory, which is good. What did we lose then that was so bad? It's just a lot of Strelky, isn't it? Wow. We lost a lot of infantry in that battle. The T-34s, we didn't actually lose too many T-34s, so that's fine. But yeah, loads of infantry. But at least it lost more than we did. The beginning of that battle was... I guess I could have played it better by not being as aggressive. So there's that. Anyway, that's the first of many battles to come. It's actually destroyed one of their infantry entirely. Wow. They're now disorganized. Not routing. But I think that still means that if you attack them, they will be crushed. They didn't attack us. Okay, we're back to our turn. Well, one turn in. Out of 23. And we got more stuff to do. Interesting. Well, unfortunately, guys, it has been my time. Quite a long episode for you guys. I hope you appreciate the hour first episode. But yeah, we will carry on with our attack. Probably continue with our maneuver around the top side near Minsk Mazowiecki. Or Mazowiecki. And yeah, maybe we can surround these lot. But I think they've just kind of stopped in their tracks. They haven't decided to move any further because I moved this unit up so far. That is very exposed, though, to attack. Wow. We can hit those immediately. Crazy. Okay. Another thing I've noticed is that we haven't been recovering 2 action points a turn. We've been recovering 3. So... kind of changes the dynamic of the campaign entirely. Well, we'll go over the rest of our unit movements in the next turn, but that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.